Hello everyone, my name is SiC and welcome to a new series for XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. Now, I'm painfully aware that I didn't finish my last playthrough of this game, and the reason I'm actually starting a new one is because while I've been playing XCOM 2 on normal difficulty in the previous season, along with all the other games I started playing, I actually managed to finish and win a campaign on a higher difficulty than the one I was playing on in that season here on YouTube. So honestly, going back to that save game just doesn't really hold an appeal to me anymore, and I figure, you know, we might be better served with jumping up in difficulty a little bit. So this campaign, this season, is going to be a legendary Iron Man campaign. So, legendary difficulty, a long game with no margin for error. Only the strongest XCOM players will survive. Now, I am not that, so we will see how long I can last, but yeah. Also, I've been seeing these cutscenes so many times, I can't just bear it anymore. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to go to another series, I guess, to see the stories, or just play the game for yourself. It's been out long enough for now, so really, if you're still relying on me for the story, you know, maybe you're better off just buying the game when it's on sale and just playing for yourself and seeing these videos just for, you know, the actual tactics and things like that. Anyway, we are going to reduce beginner VO, and we're also going to get some advanced options here, because I want to start off with a skirmisher, or actually we want to start at the skirmisher HQ. We could also choose for Reaper, that is pretty powerful. Templar also is really powerful. And actually skirmisher I have always kind of underused so far, but in the early game at least they are pretty nice for pulling guys out of cover and things like that. So yeah, that is pretty much the only thing that we are going to do. We are not going to go for double the length of mission timers or double the length of avatar projects or anything like that. Precision explosives, yeah, that's kind of cool, but it's also kind of hamstringing me, I guess. And already the damage of grenades is sort of random, so do we really need any more of that? I'm not sure. So we're simply going to start at the skirmisher HQ and that's it. Also enable Iron Man. Lost and Abandoned I have disabled because playing that same storyline mission over and over and over again just gets really tedious. So with this we will still get all the elements and gameplay features of War of the Chosen, but we don't have to play through that very linear and scripted mission again. Also, we will have integrated downloadable content, which means that alien rulers can and will show up at black sites. And we have Shen's Last Gift, which means we have access to robots, essentially. You know, with proper investment of resources, of course. Anyway, let's begin.
It's time the aliens and the rest of the Advent administration learn that we can hit them where it hurts. So we're moving into the city center to strike a high-profile target. Deploy and approach the designated position. Neutralize any hostile contacts and secure the site.
Roger that. There always seems to be a little bit of a frame drop at the start of a game, which is kind of annoying, but, you know, not something we can really get around, I guess.
Fix on the target. Move to place the X4 charges at the designated position.
Alright. Well, we start on the high ground at least, and we have, let's see, one of my friends, Linda, we have myself, actually, we have our skirmisher called Anda Noaxa, also nicknamed Reckoner, that's pretty cool, and we have Elena Pavlova, which is a random character. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Let's have a look at what's beneath us, and hopefully not reveal us in the process.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well-equipped, but their obedience makes them
Alright, so we have some Advent troops, nothing to worry about so far. Let's see, let's have Linda deploy over net location. See if there's anything to see over there, but apparently nope, nothing so far. Alright, let's have our skirmisher deploy right here in line of sight of these guys. And as for myself, I will join my friend over on the right flank, because that is pretty much the only bit of cover that we can get. Alright, Overwatch for you, and let's have a look at where these guys are going. Oh, that's unfortunate. They're moving out of range. So we can't engage right now. Unless, yeah, nobody else is moving into range with us. We could move over to the right. And usually the Advent officer is somewhere over in this direction. So that might be something worth doing. Because our skirmisher can pull these guys towards them. And once they're still out of cover, or when they're still out of cover, the chance for actually doing that are much higher. So hopefully we can find the officer, pull him over to us, out of cover that is, and then we should be able to engage him. That would be really cool. Anyway, let's have a look over at this, because we might have a civilian over here, and that would be really unfortunate, and there's just no real way to tell, unfortunately. So jumping down might actually reveal us, which I guess, you know, would happen from over here as well as down there, but I don't know. Let's be careful about this, because this is legendary difficulty after all.
Menace 1-5, you're near the target position.
Alright, so we have the target in view. That doesn't see, well, we still can't really see it down here, which is unfortunate. Now we have a way up over there, so we're just going to have to jump down and run over and hope for the best. Alright, so there's nothing down there. Let's have my friend Linda run over as well.
Got it covered.
And then everybody else can join us too. And preferably as far as they can go.
Advancing quickly.
Now let's see, our last character can't go so far, but we can put them into nice double-sided cover right there. What flag is that, I wonder? Not too familiar with it. Alright, so we definitely want to be on the high ground again. Let's grab the high ground right there. We should be able to clear this roof. There shouldn't be anything on it, because we probably would have seen it from up on the other roof. Alright, so far so good. Let's check out this little bit of cover right there. Still nothing. Interesting. Alright, let's run myself up on the roof. Let's get... Oh, yes. Ah, that's because of the window. I thought there was a civilian or something like that, but... Ah, crap. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to... Yeah. I wanted to give him a waypoint, but it was control, not shift. That is my bad. Shit. Alright, let's run over to just behind the little pipe, I guess. We'll move up on the next turn.
Hey, you hear anything?
Right, so we have some enemies over in that direction. Now, I'm hoping for some of these guys to run into our line of sight. That would be really nice, but somehow I kind of doubt it. What I will do, however, just to maximize our chances, is put Reckoner right there.
As you command.
Along with some backup.
Understood. Moving out.
She is in a pretty good location. As for myself... Actually, you know what? The height advantage is still good from down there.
Understood. Moving out.
I don't think anything is over there. I think they're more situated around the monument. And let's overwatch everyone for a turn.
Covering ready, covered.
Right. So the Advent troopers are coming back. We have the other group over here, just behind the center, but... Ooh, look at that. They're coming into range. Well...
Although they bear some resemblance.
And we have the Advent officer back there as well. So this is a group of 2 and that is a group of 2, I think. But this does mean that we are not going to engage right now, because that would be terrible. There's no way we can kill all of these guys all at once. I'm pretty sure. So hopefully one of these groups is going to withdraw. As for myself, I could probably go back up here, and these guys might move forward in this direction. We might get a better shot from way up there. And as for everybody else, overwatches for everyone.
Scanning. Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, and the group back there as well, of course. So we're going to have to continue doing some overwatches here until at least one of these groups is clear. Now, I did press a button for zooming in, which is not... Ah, right, the other button is for zooming out. I found it. Alright. I know this might be a little bit boring, but this is just not an engagement we want to take with early game troops. Especially on the first mission. That is going to be asking for trouble, essentially. Right, so these guys are still inside. We're going to wait one more turn and hope for the best. These guys are probably going to move again. Oh, not even. And now the Advent officer
The Advent officers
comes
seem
into
more
view.
capable than the
Alright, so that's a
grunts.
group of 3.
We're not sure
A
whether
group
to
of
chalk
2,
it up to training
or another group of
strict
3, I mean,
mind
and
control.
this group of 2. Alright. This might present an interesting opportunity for us. If these guys move out of sight, these guys stay out of sight, and this group moves into view, we might be able to engage them. And grab the officer and pull him up here, where everybody else can get a pretty easy shot on him. So,
Roger.
again, one more Overwatch. Damn it! I'm not happy about this. But again, we need to be careful, because this is legendary difficulty, and even if you don't mess things up, I mean, the RNG is going to be out of our favor at some point. Alright, so these guys are the only guys in range for these two. However, we can see everyone from down here. And that right there is the problem. So if these guys pull back, these guys move further into view, we might just have to engage. But for now, one more Overwatch. We need to bide our time, make the best of it. Please tell me this other group is going to move. No, of course. Alright. Overwatches for everyone. These guys are basically going on a big lap around both monuments, I guess. Then these guys are sticking very close to it, and then the other group kind of goes back and forth, maybe? I'm not entirely sure, but this is unfortunate, man. This is definitely not an engagement we want to make, so... Overwatch. We really need to take one group at a time. We can't afford to provoke anything more than just the one group right now. Because those two groups go together... Right, so they're pulling back. Right, I think this is the best opportunity that we're going to get. Now, I think with Justice, which is a skill of the skirmishers, we are going to have a 100% chance, yeah, to grab one of these guys. And that is going to be a confirmed kill. Upon doing that, these guys are going to scatter. Now, I'm not sure, because if I'm going to jump down over here to flank anything, we are probably going to trigger that group as well, and possibly even a third. So what we might want to do here is simply Overwatch for everyone else. You can see them from over here, that's cool. And you can see all three from down there.
On the move.
Alright, so let's Overwatch on you. Usually I like to wait for these guys and not Overwatch, so I can still move around flanks and fire that way. But like I said, you know, the other groups are a pretty high possibility of being triggered. So let's go for Justice, which is a sure kill. And we'll go for the furthest guy.
No one escapes.
No one escapes indeed. There we go. Oh man, I love that little animation there. There we go. First kill.
We triumph.
Now we have 3 shots remaining to... Oh, they're not moving. Well, that's interesting. Oh, and we still get a shot as well, of course, because the skirmisher gets 2 attack actions if they didn't move. So, let's take that shot, hope if it works. Ha! That is awesome. Alright, now it's their turn. Ooh. Nobody got Overwatches. That is unfortunate. That's not what I expected. I expected him to run. I expected these other... or both of those guys to run, but... well... apparently that doesn't work out the same as I thought it would. Alright, so we could go for a flank over here. We might trigger that group, though we might also be far enough away that we won't. I'm not entirely sure. 46. Also we have grapple. We could grapple over to somewhere else. That could be interesting. We will be higher, which will be a better chance to hit, I think, and it's a free move. But it might also trigger the other group coming back, though they might go the long way around towards the back. I think actually that is what they're doing right here. So, yeah, let's grapple over in that direction. See what we can do from there. Might make flanks easier for the future turns as well. Oh, chance hit is actually worse. Ah, because of the angle of the cover. That's the problem right there. Okay. We're going to take the 2 shots anyway. Because we might as well. 41 is still... Okay, chance. Ha! Wow! You are my hero this turn. Alright. Cool. So let's run you up into the corner there.
Moving out. I'm on it.
And we are going to go for overwatches with everyone else. We might get one of these other patrols coming back in this direction pretty soon. Right, so we want you to reload. And then you're going to go on Overwatch, Overwatch, and Overwatch. We already have 1 wounded, which is really unfortunate. Alright, nothing anymore. Let's have a look.
What was that?
Just being careful here. I know that might not be as interesting as moving forward, but I need to keep my guys alive and keep this series going for as long as I can. We really don't want to get wiped on the first mission, which has happened to me before on this difficulty. I will not lie about that. That is definitely a very real possibility. Because we get more aliens. The chances to hit are worse. Oh man, I mean, yeah. It's pretty difficult. Especially with that wounded character. Come on, guys. Move into range. Give us an Overwatch.
On Overwatch.
On Overwatch. Attacking on sight.
Scanning.
We are in the high ground. This is such a good position that I feel if we're just patient enough, we're going to get something out of it.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Wait their
I'm on it. What was that sound?
And there's no mission timer, so we can, you know. And of course, that is something they wanted to fix, because this is something everybody did in the original XCOM. Just waiting in Overwatch, and then they added the mission timers to incentivize moving forward, but right now we don't have to. It doesn't seem like anybody's moving forward though, and that is really annoying. Alright, maybe we will get our skirmisher to go down into heavy cover, see if it triggers anything. Yeah, okay, that triggered something. Everybody else still gets chances to flank or shoot though, so that's fine. And we can maybe grab one of these guys out of cover. Only humanoid targets though, so only the advent trooper justifies as such. It's a 50% chance to hit, which means that justice is definitely the way to go here, as the chance is much better. Oh, that is nice. 4 kills for that one character already. I'm really thinking we might get a promotion out of this, because that's so much experience right there. Alright, so what do we do now? I mean, I'm kind of anxious about moving forward here. We could go for the flank, which is really good. But I'm not sure if we're going to trigger anything. Well, actually, over here we should be okay. Right, and if we, let's see, if we go over here, we can make sure that we hit as few of these tiles over there as possible with the line of sight, and then this should block further view. So, let's go ahead and give that a try. I really hope for the best there. Crap! Yeah, that is exactly what I was afraid of. Because that is a flank right there, or it's not. If it's not yet, it will be on the next turn. That is really unfortunate. Alright, so we have her over here. She's already pretty wounded, and she's in low cover, which definitely isn't great. Oh man. Alright. So we will be wise to move over into this bit of cover before she gets flanked and killed, because she will.
Position confirmed. Which
is really unfortunate, because I wanted to get that shot off at the sectoid. 65% on the advent trooper is pretty decent though. We won't get that from down here. So I'm tempted. But I have a feeling that she is going to get shot and killed by at least the advent officer, because she is probably going to get targeted with a special ability of his, so that everybody's aim against her increases. Oh, that would be so bad. So maybe, just to be safe about this, we can move her into heavy cover.
Heading there now.
I don't really want to, but I have to. It's going to decrease her aim down to 45 instead of 65. It's still a decent chance. We might get a kill. but we didn't. But at least she has a better chance of surviving. Now everybody else is in high cover, which means I will be a target, which is also something I don't want. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to jump down as well into heavy cover. And then take a shot and hope for the best. 45 as well. Damn it! Oh, that's going to be a lot of fire coming our way. A lot of fire. Oh, that's Overwatch for the officer. That is really interesting. Ooh, yeah, I knew she was going to be a priority. Everybody's in heavy cover, so the chances to hit them should be the same. But she's already wounded, and yeah, there we go. Bleeding out. So she's not dead yet, but she's going to be, because there's no way we can kill all of these guys. That's just simply not going to happen, which is really annoying and unfortunate. And also the Overwatch is really going to annoy me here in a bit. Alright, so she's bleeding out in 3 turns. We have 3 turns to kill absolutely everything that's standing over here, which is highly unlikely. But we might get a grenade? No. Damn it. I was hoping for a grenade there, which unfortunately didn't work out. So now we can't run because of the Overwatch. Chances to hit this guy are very unlikely. We can't hit him with anyone without running, I think. What we might be able to do is grapple up here, and that should not trigger Overwatch. And from there, we might get a flank. The zombie is visible, the advent trooper will be visible. And that would be a flank, yeah.
Tactical movement.
Let's hope for the best here. We need to get some damage done and kill as much as we can. And we can get 2 shots, so that's 84, we might get a kill. Oh, you are my hero. That is insane. Alright, 76 on the zombie, that's not what we're going to do. We are going to take a shot. The zombie we can deal with, I guess. We're going to do some damage to the advent trooper, hopefully. Maybe even kill it. Yes! Suddenly our chances are a lot better. I mean, a whole lot better. Alright, so we have advent officers overwatching in that direction, which is unfortunate. We don't want to run over here, because that's an easy flank, as well as in range of the zombie. What we would want to do is run away from here, but I don't think that's going to be viable. 46% chance to hit the sectoid. We should be safe back there. We could destroy its cover with a grenade. It's going to leave us in range with the zombie though, and if we don't kill it, that is going to be really bad. So what we might want to do here is fall back to this location. We should still be able to get the grenade off. We might also be out of range with the zombie. There we go. And that's it right there. Let's hope for the best. If its cover gets destroyed, oh, 3 damage. That's 7 HP left, so it's not going to die. Even if we hit it. We can do 5 damage at best. Unless we do a crit, which is, well, 40% chance. It's decent, but I doubt it's going to be 7. Yeah, okay, 5. I can live with that. That's 2 HP left on that thing. Ooh, and the heavy cover is saving me right there. Could we get a flank on the sectoid? I don't think so, no. Especially if we get a mind control right now. Which we are, that is terrible. That is really bad. And then the zombie moves in for the kill. Alright, so the sectoid is definitely the priority here. We can flank the sectoid actually, because we are not being overwatched. I might be in range of that heavy cover right there and get the flank. Because we need to get rid of the zombie and the mind control. That is really, really bad. Alright, so we have low cover down here, which means that we can flank. This will be an easy flank for the later turn, as well as this area right here, which would still not flank. We could, however, stay in heavy cover, use a grenade, that would kill it for sure. It would indeed. But there's no new heavy cover to move to, so I might as well stay here and throw it from this location. And then flank the officer with Linda and my my skirmisher. Right, so mind control's gone, zombie's dead. And that right there is not going to be a flank. This would be a flank though. And it's going to be pretty close. Yeah, let's grab that cover right there. 66%. That's pretty decent. 3 damage? Yeah, okay. That's really unfortunate that this guy is out of range of my skirmisher, because that would have been a great shot, I think. Alright, let's put you over there then, I guess. 3 turns before Justice is available, so that's only going to be 4 damage anyway. It's not going to be enough. 53. We have a chance of doing 4 damage, as well as doing a crit. This might be a kill. But no. Alright. He's going to grab the heavy cover, yeah, that's expected. Oh boy. We have 1 more turn to make this kill work. 1 more turn. Alright, so we don't have a grenade left. We cannot get on his flank. Well, we have 1 grenade left on this guy, but we can't reload and shoot and still throw the frag. So it's either reload and throw the frag, and are we in range? No, we're not. So we would have to move and then throw the frag. It's not going to blow his cover, but it's going to do some damage. It might even do 4 damage. It might, though the chance for that is pretty low, I think. But it's something. Sarboza? Is that alien for a grenade? Yeah, okay, so that's the 3 damage that I was expecting right there. Also, on the note of mods, I'm actually not running any, except for UI changes. Basically, quality of life changes. And some clothing and tattoos and things like that, so... Oh man, this I don't know. His heavy cover is really going to mess with me here. I want to get that kill, but there's no flank available for us. So yeah, this will be a flank, but we can't shoot from there, so that's not going to be an option. Now we could go up here, but we will be without cover. This is not going to be a flank, but the angle is going to be very decent, but then it's going to leave us completely exposed to a counterattack. So I think what would be best here is leave everybody in heavy cover. This is such a low percentage chance shot, but you know what, I think it would be best to set ourselves up for a future flank. We can still see him from here. The chance to hit is going to be just as low, probably. But we still have a shot left after we take this one. And it's just 1% less, so let's hope for the best there. Yeah, no. I didn't expect that one to work out, but, well, you know, the gods might be in our favor every once in a while. 38. We are going to have to take that shot. Oh no.
Not good.
That is 1 casualty right there. But an easy flank. Yeah, that is so unfortunate, man. If only we could have hit one of those shots on the last turn, that character would have been saved. Instead, we're going to have to do it this way. There we go. Also, I have a mod that changes the way the ragdolls behave, so there's that as well. Also, even if we got that kill, we still wouldn't have saved that character, because we would have to plant the bomb. That's unfortunate. We killed everyone, though. Anyway, yeah, we have an AI, or not an AI, a mod, sorry, that changes the way the ragdolls behave, so they don't get flung around so much by grenades and shots and things like that. So they basically kind of drop wherever you shoot them. Well, this guy was standing in cover right here, so he landed a little bit closer. You know, everybody else just kind of drops a little bit more heavily, which is quite cool. Alright, there we go. Bomb planted.
Menace 1-5, rendezvous at the extraction point.
1 casualty, but on this difficulty, you know, it's kind of to be expected with this low-level troops. You only get 4 HP. And even in heavy cover, I mean, she still got shot, so... But I think that was a pretty decent start. And this is a cool-ass poster, man. Let's take that picture right there. And then continue. I wonder though if we got a promotion for the skirmisher out of all of this, because that one was really good. And such a strong opening as well for, you know, the ambushes at the beginning of a mission.
We stand with the elders, trust in their wisdom, and we shall overcome this crisis.
Alright, let's see who becomes what. We have two characters that can become something. Let's promote Linda here.
Purpose of all skirmishers. Until it is done, there can be no other path for us.
Yep. Oh, she's a ranger.
serves as
That
our
is cool.
primary reconnaissance unit.
Rangers are one of my favorite units. They're so powerful. So that is really good. We are going to promote myself. I am a specialist.
Specialists deploy robotic.
That is fine. I can become a medic. And then we do have a promotion for our skirmisher. That is really cool, because usually it takes a while. But she got so many kills. So,
Now they are free to
yeah.
choose. If you stay your course, Commander, they will stand with you until the end.
that works out really well. Alright, so we have Reflex. When fired upon, gain 1 extra action on the next turn. Only triggers once per mission though. We have Total Combat. Throwing a grenade or using an item no longer ends the turn. That could be cool, because we could throw a grenade, destroy cover, and then still take a shot. And we have Lightning Reflexes. Each turn, the first reaction shot against you misses. This is really powerful, because that will, you know, we could have run towards the flank of the officer a little bit earlier, maybe done some damage and gotten a kill and saved our character, who got wounded and shot down. So, Total Combat could be really good. Lightning Reflexes also could be really good. Chances are though I'm going to get both of these at some point, but for now I think perhaps Lightning Reflexes might be best. Because we might still have to move to get into range to throw a grenade, but this might get us onto flanks a little bit more often. So on the long... Oh, and Gifted level Intelligence. That is cool. We will gain extra ability points at a faster rate than normal soldiers. Yeah. Gifted. That is awesome. Right, Advent Trooper Corpses, Sector Corpses, or 1, and 1 Officer Corpse. Excellent. Now, we are going to skip through all the cutscenes, because that is not interesting. I know what I want to research, and the first thing we will research is Alien Biotech. As for engineering, we have several options available to us, but our priority for now... Let's see, ooh, we have an exposed power core over here, and I'm way in the corner there. That is a pretty horrible setup. I'm not happy about that, because usually we can get a workshop in between, and then we could send gremlins to work here and here and here and here and here to improve their, or replace a engineer, basically. We can't do that now, so that's pretty terrible. Anyway, we have a training center, which is something I don't have a need for right now, because that establishes stronger bonds between soldiers. Laboratory, nah. Power relay we still don't need. Guerrilla tactics might be cool, but we need a sergeant first before we can make use of that and add extra soldiers to the mission. We don't have the infirmary yet until we research the officer corps. But resistance ring gives us behind the scenes or behind enemy lines missions that basically give us free rewards for little risk on the whole on the most part. So let's go ahead and build the resistance ring. Alright, we are going to ignore that, and we can get some rookies. More soldiers are always better, because we are going to need several teams worth of people and rotate them in and out.
My kind were once the puppets of Advent, slaves to the elders.
Alright, so we could later on get a mission to gather supplies in the action or in the ring. As for faction orders that we can employ every month, we have Vulture and Private Channel. I'm not sure what Private Channel is, but Vulture should give us extra loot, I think. So yeah. The extra loot could be decent. Got some rookies. Chica Medaza, this is one of my maid characters. And Teresa Carlson, who is a random character. Alright, then we have an overgrown checkpoint for some supplies. We will investigate that, but of course, before we can finish that, our first mission is going to pop up. Or well, the second mission, I suppose, but the first real randomly generated mission. Yep, alien biotech, as expected.
New objective added.
The Advent officer
Now we have
has
access to the
clearly been
infirmary,
modified to
sectoid
allow for
autopsy, and the
subordinates
Advent
to
officer
receive new
autopsy.
orders psionically.
Workshop construction. Streamlined construction techniques will now reduce the overall cost. That could be cool, but like I said, the workshop might have less use for us. And I only need one, so that one-time investment, this is only going to pay off once. We might be better off with hurrying up with the Advent officer autopsy in the first month.
The Advent officer.
So we will go ahead and do that.
I must admit, having successfully completed
Alright,
Operation
first
Nexus
guerrilla
to
targets.
remove the commander's implant,
East Asia, protect the device. I like those missions, and we could get an engineer out of it.
comparative analysis.
But as always, I'm only going to do one single episode,
Long before
or a
arrival,
mission per
may
episode.
rely on a faster,
Tygon is
more
distracting me
invasive
there.
approach to removing the chip
Anyway,
this time around.
please leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and wish to see more. And I'll see you guys for whatever video I do next.